Beekeeper sets up an exciting new world and secretive mythology, leaving tons of big questions open for a sequel. This 2024 action flick from director David Ayer and star Jason Statham has all the potential to kick off a whole franchise. With solid reviews and a good box office run, The Beekeeper feels like a throwback action movie, but it only gives us a taste of the world Adam Clay and the Beekeepers live in. Since the main goal was to be a fun action movie, by the time it wraps up, there are still a lot of things left unexplained. One of the most intriguing mysteries left at the end of The Beekeeper is where Adam Clay is headed after the credits roll. After completing his mission and killing Derek, Adam slips away, donning diving gear and disappearing into the ocean. With his goal seemingly accomplished, it leaves us wondering, where does he go from here? Will The Beekeeper 2 show Adam starting a new life, living off the grid, or maybe hunting down new targets? The possibilities are endless, and fans are left eagerly anticipating what comes next for this enigmatic character. Another big question hanging in the air is why Adam Clay retired from the Beekeepers in the first place. The movie focuses on his return to this secretive world, but we never get the full story behind his decision to step away. Adam is clearly still a skilled, dangerous operative, so what could have pushed him to retire? Was it a personal choice, or was he forced out? A sequel could dive into this mystery, shedding light on his backstory and the events that led him to leave such a high-stakes life behind. Along with Adam's past, there's also the question of whether there are any other Beekeeper agents still active. In the film, Adam is sent a replacement after he's brought back into action, but he kills her and opts to go rogue, which leaves us wondering, are there more Beekeepers out there? It doesn't seem likely that this secretive organization only has one active agent at a time, so The Beekeeper 2 could reveal just how many others might be out there in the shadows, possibly hunting Adam or dealing with their own missions. Then, there's the mystery of who actually runs the Beekeepers. While the movie shows some members working within their organization, we never find out who's calling the shots. Who is the leader of this secretive group? Given the way things played out, The Beekeeper 2 will probably need to introduce this head honcho, and it could open the door for a new star to join the cast, someone with a deep connection to Adam, adding more layers to the world and fueling more drama in the story. Lastly, there's the question of whether the Beekeepers will retaliate against Adam. He's made a mess of their operations by killing one of their own and exposing the group's existence to the public. While they initially decided to stay out of his way, that doesn't mean they won't see him as a threat now. Could they come after Adam in The Beekeeper 2? With the stakes raised, it's clear that the fallout from his actions could make the Beekeepers want revenge, and that would set the stage for even more high-octane action. That said, The Beekeeper has drawn comparisons to John Wick, with many fans pointing out the striking similarities between Jason Statham's Adam Clay and Keanu Reeves' iconic hitman. One of the most intriguing aspects of Adam Clay's character is the suggestion that Adam Clay might not even be his real name. When asked by another character if that's his true identity, Adam responds with a cheeky line, saying it's his current identity. This simple moment teases that Adam may be using an alias, just like John Wick, and it opens up the possibility that The Beekeeper 2 could delve deeper into his past and reveal his true identity. What if Adam's real name is something entirely different? The sequel could explore this mystery, answering the question that fans are already dying to know. Alongside Adam's mysterious past, there's also the question of what happens to Veronica Parker, played by Emmy Raver Lampman, after the events of the first film. At the end of The Beekeeper, Veronica has the chance to stop Adam, but she lets him go instead, deciding that doing what feels right outweighs following the law. This moment hints that Veronica might not be content with her current position and could be ready to take a different path in the sequel. Could she become a beekeeper herself? She clearly has the skills to track down the organization, and her newfound belief in doing what's right could align with the Beekeeper's own code. The Beekeeper 2 could show Veronica being recruited into the fold, perhaps even joining Adam in his mission and becoming a key figure in the unfolding story. Another lingering question that could be answered in the sequel involves President Danforth and her potential reaction to Derek's death. After discovering the truth about Derek's corrupt actions, using stolen money to fund her presidential campaign, Danforth is clearly shaken. She promises to come clean once everything is over, but now that Derek has killed a CIA agent and been killed by Adam, the situation has escalated. It's possible that Danforth might choose to cover up Derek's crimes, spinning the story to protect herself and her reputation. The Beekeeper organization could be blamed for Derek's actions, and she could use this to her advantage, all while avoiding the fallout. The Beekeeper 2 could explore how Danforth handles the aftermath, potentially leading to a much larger conspiracy in the political world. Along with the political drama, the Beekeeper also leaves us wondering about Derek's call center scam. The movie shows Adam shutting down 2 of the locations, but it's unclear whether that's all of them. There could be more call centers still out there, operating under the radar and continuing their fraudulent schemes. If that's the case, the Beekeeper 2 could introduce new villains, like Wallace Westwyld, played by Jeremy Irons, who could be using these scams to further his own agenda. Adam could find himself back on a mission to track down and destroy the remaining centers, expanding the scope of the story and revealing new layers of corruption within the criminal world. The Beekeeper might have already set the stage for the sequel's main conflict, Adam Clay potentially targeting President Danforth next. Throughout the film, the metaphor of bees and queen killers is used, with Adam's killing of Derek being framed as an act of taking down a problematic offspring of the queen. With Danforth now in a position of power and having become an enemy of Adam's, it would make sense for him to target her next. If she continues to cross him, the Beekeeper 2 could see Adam turning his focus to eliminating her, much like he did with Derek. However, if Danforth isn't the target, the sequel could take Adam in a different direction, continuing to explore the broader world of the Beekeepers and their secretive operations. All of these open-ended questions leave a lot of room for the Beekeeper 2 to dive deeper into the characters, plot lines, and world building set up in the first film. Whether it's exploring Adam's true identity, Veronica's future, Danforth's fate, or the fallout from Derek's schemes, there are countless possibilities for how the story could evolve. With so many loose threads still hanging, the Beekeeper 2 has the potential to be an even bigger and more satisfying ride than its predecessor, expanding on the fascinating world and leaving fans on the edge of their seats. And that wraps up today's video. If you want to stay updated on all the latest movie news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. By doing so, you'll stay in the loop with all our future updates. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Remember, we're always open to your suggestions for future videos, so feel free to leave them in the comments below.